I'm Kyle Northrup, and I'm joined by UFC middleweight Kyle Daukaus. How you doing, Kyle?
Pretty good about yourself.
Good, good. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. How's your 2021 going here? A few weeks in now. You off to a good start?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's going pretty good. I was hoping to get a fight um, earlier in the year, but I just got scheduled for another fight soon. So just kind of starting camp next week for it. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. Like, how does it feel too? Like you said, you're kind of anticipating to be earlier, but I mean, is there a little like relief now that it's kind of coming together?
Oh yeah, of course. I was offered like a couple. I think it was like two or three short notice fights, and I was just wasn't really interested in taking them. More of like a business aspect of my career now that I'm trying to like keep, as opposed to taking the short notice fights. I don't really want to be that guy that's taking the short notice fights. But yeah, it's a big relief. I have something ahead of me. I didn't really know like what was going on as far as a fight. I wasn't really that excited um, when I was getting all the short notice call ups, because I was like, I feel like they're just going to keep calling me short notice, and I'm going to have to take it, because if I say no, I could get put on the back. I could get put on hold for 6 months, or
Yeah.
I don't know what my next fight is going to be. So, but something happened. Um, I was offered this fight for short notice, uh, and I said yes. And then something went up with his camp or something like that, and it got moved to April 10th. So
Okay.
it's good.
So end up
Yeah,
like working out. Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like there's this like stigma too when you're in the UFC too. Well, I mean, really in any organization where it's like, you know, don't like not accept a fight, don't turn down a fight, whoever they throw at you, that kind of thing. And I think a lot of guys pride themselves on that. But is there a lot that goes with also kind of being smart about it too? Because, getting in the UFC, I mean, that could be a once in a lifetime thing. You might not get that second chance. So kind of maybe make the most of it when you're first there.
Yeah, of course. I did take the fight on short notice, my first fight, because you need a foot in the door, right? You need a
For
way to get
sure.
in, whether that's a short notice fight, or if that's like the Contender Series, or if it's the Ultimate Fighter or whatnot. But yeah, like as long as I got in there, I was good. So
Yeah. I mean, I think it worked out. I mean, obviously it worked out well. You're still there, but I mean, even
yeah.
just like, obviously you didn't get the win, but over a guy like Brendan Allen, you went all 3 rounds. I think a lot of people were talking about like the toughness after that too. I
Mhm.
mean, I think that definitely was a benefit in the long run.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it helped. I feel like I got a lot of like support after that fight. I didn't really realize how many people like were that supportive of guys who lost. Like, it's crazy, but it's it was a big surprise for me, but it was good. And I got that full camp against Dustin, so that was good. I had a really good performance against him, and yeah, on to the next one.
Yeah, well, perfect segue into this then. Anyway, since you brought it up already, I mean, what was it like too, just to have that relief of that first victory, to finally feel that, like after thinking about maybe getting that first win in the UFC for so long, how did actually doing it compare to maybe like how you saw it going?
It's good. You get your first fight in the UFC, you get your first win. It's always good. Um, I always imagined it with fans, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like it wasn't as spectacular or anything like that I thought it was. Um, for me, I'm not really a guy that's going to build up the event and build up the thing. It's just a fight. It could have been at the arena, at the 2300 arena in Philadelphia. It could have been in AC. It's no different to me as far as where the fight is or who the fight's for, like what organization or whatnot. Um, but I'm never really like it's sad to say, but I'm never really happy about my performances. I'm never really excited, or I don't like freak out, and like I showed very little emotion after my win. So I showed no emotion after that win. I was kind of annoyed after that win. Um, I really wanted to finish. It was just hard, man. Dustin was tough, so it was tough to put him
Yeah.
away.
Is that different when you're watching your brother fight? Like, do you get excited when he wins?
Yeah, yeah. Of course you do.
Yeah.
I have to. Right? It's. I get excited. I don't. Again, like I get excited. I'm excited. I'm happy because I know the hard work he puts in, and I know the work that we put in together. But I have such high expectations for him, and he has such high expectations for me, that when we go out there, and when he's going out there twice and starts two guys, so I'm just like, all right, like I get a good clap in, a nice handshake, a hug, and that's about it. Like it's not like it's a big celebration or anything. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, like that feeling of you getting your first win, how did that compare to when your brother got his first UFC win?
Uh, I was more excited about his win. I was actually more excited about his last win as opposed to the first fight that he had. I knew the first fight he was going to run through the guy. But the second fight, sorry, the guy's undefeated. He was undefeated. He was a tough guy. But there was little things that my brother was telling me when he was there, actually, for the quarantine and stuff like that, when I was like, we have this. Like, he told me that he went out for a run and he saw the guy in the lobby hanging out with his teammates. So my brother went out for a run and started hitting pads outside. The guy like went outside, saw him working out, like took a peek, saw him working out, and decided to go out, introduce himself, and then start working out. So once you see that, I was like, all right, we have this in the bag. Like it's nothing. As soon as he told me that, I was like, it's nothing to worry about. But that was probably the most excited I've been for a fight for him since he's like on the win. I guess it was also because I wasn't there. Like, I wasn't cornering him, so it was a little different. I didn't.
Okay.
I was home because I was in camp for my fight. That was the issue. I had to make a big choice for that, and I expected him to do the same thing for me if the roles were switched. But yeah, that was the most excited I was.
Yeah. So will you be able to corner this next one, or are you going to be in camp again? So you're not going to be able to make that one either?
Yeah, no, I'll be in this one. It's a lot closer. It's a lot closer. Like with the whole thing last time, it was 15-hour flight. It was more so for him to get ready. It's his final week, so he can't really train as hard. And there's only one coach there for us. Like, it's me and the other coach. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be able to get as good of training in, as good of workouts in once a day there as I would have twice a day, 3 times a day here in Philly. So, but for this next fight, I'll be there cornering. We might have 2 coaches going at this time. I'm not really sure. So it might be a little bit better. And also, we're only there for 5 days, so it's no big deal as opposed to 14 or 11 or 14 or whatever he was going for last time. So
yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, look at you and your brother's record, because I feel like when we've seen other brothers, like just in MMA or even in the UFC too, their styles are kind of similar. But like, if you're just looking at it on paper, like you have almost like all submission wins. He has almost all like TKO knockout wins. Like, do you guys ever like talk about that or anything like that?
Yeah, he always talks a little smack because he knocks people out. But I mean, I always choke people out. So I mean, there's a little banter back and forth, but that's about it. What brothers do. So
yeah, for sure. I know in this last fight too, I remember the commentators were saying that you really want to focus on your striking in this.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, how happy were you with the way you stood up with Dustin?
I was happy. I got a little sloppy at times. Couple things that I can clean up, and I've been working on now for this upcoming fight, and just trying to get better. Like after the fight, I watched the fight once. I see what I need to work on, and then I just try to work on that until like the next fight. And the next fight is a focus on my opponent. But I'm always working on my striking. The funny thing is, I teach kickboxing at the gym, so I don't teach jiu-jitsu at the gym.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Like, I teach kickboxing at the gym, and people like see me fight, and they're like, "Wait a minute, he's getting all submissions. So what's going on here?" And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I believe like I have good striking. Everybody at the gym talks about my striking, about how good it is. My brother's always asking me questions about striking, as opposed to me asking him. Like, he always comes to me and he's like, "Yo, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?" And I'm like, I don't know. But it's weird. It's just weird that I teach kickboxing, but all my wins are submissions, and all my fights go to the ground, and I'm dominant on the ground. So
yeah,
just a little thing I have in my back pocket.
For sure. I think we see some guys too. They get caught up in all of that. Like, they want the first knockout victory and things like that. Like, it sounds like to you, like you're almost taking the approach of, if it comes, it comes.
Yeah, I don't ever like try to force it or anything like that. I'm not going to try to force it. I'm just going to go in there and just try to win. That's my main goal, is to win every single minute of every single round. And then as long as I'm doing that, it does, the finish is going to come regardless if it's a knockout or a submission or a decision. So
yeah. When looking at it, though, I mean, do you feel like that day will come like sooner rather than later? The way, like you said,
Man,
you're obviously teaching kickboxing.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so, because I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of my brother and people giving me crap about me not hitting hard and stuff like that. So, I mean, hopefully I'll even take a TKO on the ground. Like, if I can just punch somebody out on the ground, if they're covering up, that's fine with me. I count that.
Yeah. Just some talk on other fighters too. They always have, one or two teammates that they really like feed off of, and especially if they're on like a roll like your brothers, where they're getting, two
Mhm.
straight TKO wins, then getting a guy like Olenek in a third UFC fight, which I mean is a pretty big bump up too. I mean, for you, like, I mean, you're even closer because I've talked to your brother before too. I know he said you guys do like Sunday dinners. Obviously, you guys are like super close,
Mhm.
everything like that. So this isn't even like a normal teammate. This is a family member. So like, what's that like for you to kind of have that motivation, like in your blood, pretty much?
It's good. I think it makes both of us better because we both know how to push each other. We both know how talented we both are. So we try to push each other in all aspects of the game. Um, if he's like feeling sore, if he's tired or anything like that, I get on his ass about it. I'm like, yo, dude, like, Olenek might be sore, but we got to get in the gym and work. And he's the same way with me. Like, that's how it is. That's just being accountable is good enough for us to get better. It's good. We have guys at the gym. We have like a close knit group of guys at the gym that are all close. We all have like a like a texting group chat. We all keep each other accountable, and it's good. It's not just with my brother. It's with guys at the gym. So it's like we have like a big group of brothers there. So yeah, it's
For
cheesy,
sure.
but yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. And it's funny too because like you're talking about how your brother like will talk shit sometimes and things like that, but it's
Mhm.
funny because like I think I saw on Twitter there was a great post you had. Your Twitter game's on point, by the way, anyway, but you had I think it was the Nate Diaz quote, and so you worked everything for
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the with the Conor McGregor, but that was awesome.
Yeah, I gotta get out there a little bit more on Twitter and social media and stuff. So I'm just trying to push a little bit.
For
That's
sure.
the world we live in now. So
Yeah. Is that something like you picked up on too, like once you got to UFC too? Because I mean, I think we see enough that sometimes just that raw ability, the actual skill, that doesn't mean everything now anymore in the UFC. You kind of have to have that personality.
yeah, and I think that's what like promoters want now are guys that can promote what their fights and just be a good follow. I know a lot of the people locally they want you to sell tickets and stuff like that, and I can honestly say my brother and I had a hard time selling 25 tickets per fight. It was a struggle, and people like that's where the majority of the promotions make the money. So now, I guess getting signed and getting a little bit older, I see like what everybody else is doing, and I see how like I can just post stupid stuff and people will like it. So as long as I
Yeah,
just have to keep up with that and just try to be just and it just gets your name out there a little bit too. So people are like, oh, like he posted this on Twitter and somebody will like it and then 80 other people like it. So I posted that I have a thing for my last part for my walkout song with that guy Zach Piona who I shared. His post got like 2,500 likes on it, and I was like, all right. And then I got like a majority of his followers, so I was like, oh, damn, all
that's
right,
funny.
well, that works. So yeah, but yeah, it's just I mean, it helps promote the fight. So that's what the UFC wants to see. So I have to be a businessman and try to do it.
For sure. It's crazy like how the whole thing works too. Like how that's literally become some people's careers. Like you have this TikTok now and like all this other stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's insane. Yeah.
it's insane because they're making stupid people famous, and it's just like I don't know. I was never one for social media, but seeing it now, like how it helps, you kind of have to do it. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, now it's proven that you can get a Floyd Mayweather fight out of it. So, I mean,
shit, yeah, that's true. That is true.
who would have ever thought that?
Yeah, who would ever thought that, right? It's crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy. But obviously you ended 2020 well. It sounds like you're starting 2021 good as also as well because of you got a fight coming up. But
Mhm.
I also saw you got a puppy like shortly after the fight. Like how long was it after you got the dog?
Yeah, I got him. He was born October 8th, and I got him December, I think like 14th or 15th, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have another dog as well, another Great Dane. She's a female. She's a fawn. Um, I got her from the same woman that I got this dog from now.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, my girlfriend and I, we just bought a house. um, we're doing a lot of
Congratulations.
renovations. Thank you. We're doing a lot of renovations now at the house, so we can't really move
Oh,
in yet. But my plan was to move into the house, get a dog, and then start talking about like family and stuff like that. But he's living right now. I'm still living at my mom's house, so he's living here with us until we move in, and we're gonna take the girl with us as well. But he's a blue Dane. Great Dane. His name is Judge. He just turned 15 weeks yesterday, so.
Oh wow.
He's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it about like Great Danes that you like that you got too?
I don't know. I had one before my other one. She was a Harlequin, I think, or Brindle. It's just like the color. Her name was Maggie. She was probably the best dog that I ever had in my entire life. So I fell in love with the Great Danes. I'm also a bigger guy, so I like bigger dogs. I don't want to have like a small, like little ankle biter dog around.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a big dog. And they say like you would look like you're out the dogs you have.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Right.
So it only seems right, but I feel bad for my girlfriend because she's 4'11". So her walking around a 225-pound Great Dane is a little funny, but
yeah, that's funny. Actually, I got a black lab, and my friend actually ended up getting the brother, but he ended up being like 140 pounds for a black lab.
Wow.
I think he must have
big.
something else. There's no way he's like a purebred, but
yeah, the girl is about 150, and the boy is projected to be like 220 or 230 pounds. So I'm gonna need a bigger house pretty much because the house will be bought. It's kind of small, so I'm gonna need a bigger house with all
by
these
the time
big
you guys are done renovating it, you're gonna have to get another one.
Yeah, exactly.
But as far as the fight too, I mean, I gotta ask, like, is there anything you can tell us about it? Like the kind of maybe just caliber of the opponent, if you can't name a name.
Yeah, I can't really like name names or anything like that. I just say it's April 10th. I don't really know where it is. But he's pretty decent. He's probably the best opponent that I've fought so far. So I'm sure it'll be out soon enough. It'll probably be out like next week or something. So hopefully soon.
Yeah. What was kind of your reaction to when you saw that name like on the contract?
I don't know. I was kind of annoyed, but
okay.
Just because of the way it is. I figured I'm not trying to take anything away from this guy. This guy's very talented. He's very skilled. But I would like a guy that's close to the rankings, you know?
Sure.
It's hard to talk about because like if I say like other things, people are gonna know like who it is and stuff like that. But yeah, if he's not a ranked guy. But again, it's my third fight in the UFC, so I don't know if I should be fighting ranked guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't have the performances. I really don't have the performances to be fighting ranked guys. So I guess it's based off of that. But I plan on going in there, beating this guy, and then hopefully getting somebody ranked after that.
Yeah. I also feel like, too, it probably doesn't help when you debut against a guy like Brendan Allen. You're like, all right, this is a guy that's like pretty well known in the division. And then after that, you're probably like, well, I fought him. They're like, why can't I fight someone else?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I can't really complain about it because then the worst thing that's going to happen is I can just be bad on as far as I can be like on the bad side of the matchmakers. I don't want to do that. You know, I want to be a company man, and whoever they put in front of me, I'm gonna fight. So
for sure. Now you said that's in April. Ideally, how many times would you like to fight in 2021?
I was hoping for 4, but since this is in April, I mean, maybe I could fight 3 times. Maybe I don't be pushing for 4. Was it like April? I could fight in April, maybe June or July, and then maybe I could fit 4 in if I fight in December as well again. So hopefully 3 or 4 times. I want to stay busy. I don't really want to take any time off. I don't really like taking time off because I go kind of crazy, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just always training, and I just get annoyed with things and like I don't know. It's just difficult. Like waiting. I want to be busy, but then the guys that are busy, they're all taking short notice fights. So that's another thing I don't want to do. So anything more than 5 weeks, I'm fine with taking. I don't want to take anything else that's lower than that.
Do you and your brother, like, do you guys, like, spend time, like, do you ever, like, try to organize it so that, like, one of you guys are kind of maybe, like, ending a fight camp while the other one's, like, starting it or anything like that? Or is it kind of just, like, how it falls?
No, yeah, it's just how it falls. I was really pushing to get on the same card.
Oh, cool.
My brother kind of went, once we found out who the opponent was, we kind of backed up a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, this is a top 10 guy. This is his time to shine. This should be his card. It should be everything like that. So this is all him.
Yeah. Hey, now I probably should know that. I should have done my homework, but have you guys fought on the same card before?
We fought on the same card once for CFFC. I think it was in 2016 or 2017. I think it was. I fought. I won. And he beat Plinio Cruz. I think it was that same.
Okay.
It was that same night. He knocked him out. Yeah, that was the same night.
Yeah, former CFFC champ too.
Yeah.
Right. I think he was right. I think he lost
Yeah,
the
I'm
title
pretty sure
to
he
Sue,
was.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. I'm trying to think if I have anything else for you. I mean, not really. I mean, before I let you go, anything that you would like to add?
No, I'm just excited for that I have a fight scheduled. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the announcement. Very thankful for you for letting me come on and
Yeah, no
talking
problem.
and just getting this out here. You know, this is it's hard times, but we're gonna make it through. I'm excited to see what's ahead and can't wait.
Yeah, I know you usually talk to Bob Maloney for
Yeah.
MyMMANews, so I was glad to get this in before he was able to grab you. So.
Yeah. Bob's a good guy.
Yeah,
Great
no,
guy.
for sure. Yep. All right, Kyle. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I wish you nothing but the best come April.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you
All
again for
right.
having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.